Dear students, we will study about alkyl radicals. First of all, we must know what is an alkyl radical and how it is formed. As you can see, a definition is written in front of you. That is, if we remove one hydrogen from any alkane, it is changes to corresponding alkyl radical. If we remove one hydrogen from any alkane, after the loss of one hydrogen, alkane is changes to corresponding alkyl radical. For example, this is methane, CH4 methane. After the loss of one hydrogen, one vacancy of carbon becomes vacant, and methane, it is changes to methyl radical. In short form, methyl radical is represented like Me. It is the abbreviation for methyl radical. Similarly, if we have two carbon alkanes, that is ethane. Ethane, after the loss of one hydrogen, changes to ethyl radical. Actually, ane part of alkane is changes to yl. Ane of alkane is changes to yl after the loss of one hydrogen. Methane to methyl, ethane to ethyl. The abbreviation which is used to represent ethyl radical is ET. ET for ethyl. Similarly, if an alkane is made up of 3 carbon atoms, right? The 3 carbon alkane is known as propane. This is N-propane. After the loss of one hydrogen, one vacancy of carbon becomes vacant, like here. So N-propane changes to N-propyl radical, right? Abbreviation which is used to represent propyl radical is PR. PR for propyl radical. I hope this is clear to you, students. Now, types of alkyl radicals. How many types of alkyl radicals we have? Types of alkyl radical. On the basis of arrangement of carbon atoms, we can categorize alkyl radicals in different categories. The first one is N, means normal propyl. For example, if we have a molecule made up of 4 carbon atoms, alkane molecule, CH3, CH2, CH2 and CH3. After the loss of one hydrogen, if we remove hydrogen from starting carbon or from ending carbon, right? Suppose we remove hydrogen from ending carbon, right? Then one vacancy of this carbon becomes vacant. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Alkane consisting of 4 carbon atom is known as butane. The common or the trivial name of this molecule is N-butane. that is normal butane. Normal shows it is a straight chain compound. But shows total number of carbon atoms are 4, and N shows all the 4 carbon atoms are connected with the help of single covalent bond. So after the loss of one hydrogen, N-butane changes to n-butyl radical. N-butyl, that is normal butyl. Now students, the next type of alkyl radical, that is iso. It means there is a branch in the radical, right? For example, if we have a radical which is made up of 3 carbon atoms, alkane made up of 3 carbon atoms, for example, CH3, CH2, CH3, right? The 3 carbon alkane is known as propane. What is the name of this alkane, students? This is propane, right? Now after the loss of one hydrogen, now students, if one hydrogen is lost from this carbon, that is from secondary carbon. If one hydrogen is lost from secondary carbon, what is secondary carbon? The carbon atom which is connected with 2 more carbon atoms is known as a secondary carbon, right? So after the loss of one hydrogen, one vacancy of this secondary carbon becomes vacant, right? So this radical is known as iso-propyl radical. Iso-propyl. In iso-propyl radical, 2 alkyl groups are connected with same carbon atom, right? Dear students, we must know what is the difference between isopropyl and normal propyl. In isopropyl, 2 alkyl groups, they are connected with same carbon atoms. Why? Right? While in normal propyl, this is the normal propyl radical, CH2, CH3, CH2, CH3. This radical is n-propyl. What is the name of this radical, students? This is n-propyl. Here you can notice, in n-propyl, one hydrogen is removed either from starting carbon or either from ending carbon, right? So if we remove one hydrogen from starting or ending carbon, like we have propane. If one hydrogen is removed from starting carbon, that is from this carbon, if one hydrogen is removed, then after the loss of one hydrogen, one vacancy of this starting carbon becomes vacant, right? Now propane is changes to propyl. What is the nature of this propyl radical? N-propyl.